Hey YouTube, YTPC, pipe smokers around the world. Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for clicking on this presentation. Really appreciate it. Merry Christmas. Got a pipe packed right here. This is my Missouri Meerschaum Bracken. And inside, Sutliff's Cringle Flake 2023. Love this tobacco. So today, right now, is currently the day before Thanksgiving, 2025. And exactly 1 year ago today, I smoked this for the first time. I cracked open a tin and packed it right here and smoked it and fell in love with it. And it's a really good tobacco. And I just wanted to sort of get on here and smoke it a year later and talk about it a little bit and talk about kind of what it tastes like after it's been aging in a jar. And talk about the wonderful season of Christmas also too. I absolutely love Christmas. I always have. This is a great holiday tobacco and it goes wonderful with Christmas. So I'm gonna fire it up and we're just gonna talk about some Christmas things. This stuff. So if you're not familiar with Sutliff's Cringle Flake, it's just a Christmas series that they did every year around the holidays. And this, the 2023 edition, it's got Red Virginias, Perique, a little bit of Catarini, all well-aged leaf. And after smoking this tobacco is what introduced me to Catarini, the Oriental leaf Catarini, and I really took to it. And I've been smoking it a lot since then. I've explored other blends that have Catarini in it. It's a great tobacco. I don't smoke this all year long. I'll smoke it throughout the holidays, and after the first year, I'll quit. So I really haven't had this much since the holidays last year. I might have smoked it once or twice between Christmas and now. And I consider it a real treat. So yeah, I love Christmas time. I love everything to do with Christmas. And I've always felt like everything felt special around Christmas time. People were nicer. You know, the world just felt like there was more love, you know, around Christmas time. And that's always nice. And that's one great thing about the character of Santa Claus. I always believed in Santa Claus and thought that was just a wonderful idea. And that's the great thing about Santa Claus, is that he is the spirit of love and giving, you know. He represents that. And it just makes you feel good. Giving selflessly without caring about yourself, you know, just giving to the world. And I love Santa when he's represented with a pipe in his mouth. That's how it should be. Check this out. My wife got this at an antique event that we go to around here called Mistletoe Market. It's where a lot of antique sellers get together and have booths, and they sell antique and vintage stuff. And she got this, and it is just an awesome little Santa. I love him. I love his his coat here. This is a vintage piece. And he's got his bag of toys. He's got a book there, and of course, he's smoking a pipe. She just got this. And I love it. I've been just smoking and staring at it. But Santa with a pipe, that's really nice. So the Perique in this tobacco is from 2003. The blend was released in 23. So they're really using old vintage tobacco in this, and it's good. Love Christmas movies. That's another great thing about this time of year, is you can just pop in Christmas movies all the time and watch them. And I thought I would show you all a few of my favorites. Start with a classic. Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. Can never go wrong with this. This is an awesome movie. I love the National Lampoon films. Love the First Vacation, European Vacation, Vegas Vacation. Love them all. This one is, in particular, stands out though. Jim Carrey Grinch. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Jim Carrey. Saw this as a kid in the theaters twice when it came out, and I just absolutely love this movie. It's so holiday and Christmas to me. I get nostalgic vibes when I watch this. It's a great movie. I love Jim Carrey. I grew up on Jim Carrey. Here's a classic, White Christmas. This is the color version. Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye. This is an awesome old Christmas movie with some great dancing and music, some great pipe smoking by Bing Crosby. Absolutely love this film. They make a great duo. There's some great music in this movie. Great choreographed dancing. These two ladies, they're great dancers. This is an awesome old movie. Here's another one sort of like that. It's a Wonderful Life. This is another sort of Christmas classic. This is actually the color version of this too. Has the color and the black and white version. I've only ever watched the color version. It's really good. This is an awesome movie. You watch it and you can almost always find a way to apply it to yourself. Great Christmas film. It's a Wonderful Life. Here's a pack of classics. I absolutely love these Rankin Bass claymation movies. This pack's got all the classics in it. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Little Drummer Boy, Frosty the Snowman. So many good Christmas TV specials. These came out when like my dad was a kid in the 60s. And I watched them growing up on VHS tape, and I still watch them now. I love these. I love the animation, the practical effects. It's these films are works of art, and they have stood the test of time. And my daughter watches them with me. She's not as crazy about them as I am or as I was when I was a kid, but they are classic, and they're always on in my house around Christmas time. Christmas Story. Who hasn't seen this? If you don't know A Christmas Story, you need to check it out this year. Do yourself a favor. Give yourself a little Christmas present. See this movie. Polar Express. Tom Hanks. This is an awesome computer animated movie, really special. And I grew up reading the book by Chris Van Allsburg. I love his book, and this movie is not a bad representation of the book, I would say. Awesome Christmas movie. It's sort of about, if you haven't read the book, it's sort of about not losing the magic Christmas spirit. The Muppet Christmas Carol. Here's another classic that we watch at my house, man. I love this movie. It's the story of the Christmas Carol, but told with Muppets. And I love Jim Henson Muppets. Just about anything with them, I'm game for. And this is an awesome festive Christmas movie, and an awesome representation of, an awesome telling of this story. The Charles Dickens story, A Christmas Carol. This is a good representation of that story. And I love this version. Very Christmassy. Gremlins. This could kind of be considered a horror movie, but it takes place at Christmas, and there is all kinds of Christmas placement and Christmas themed stuff going on because it is Christmas time. So I consider this a Christmas movie. Steven Spielberg. If you haven't seen Gremlins, check it out. It's an awesome, there's some comedy in there, a little bit of horror, and all taking place right at Christmas time. A SpongeBob Christmas. This is just a DVD collection of SpongeBob that has a couple of SpongeBob Christmas episodes on it. And I'm a huge SpongeBob fan. I love the cartoon, and so I had to have some SpongeBob Christmas episodes. They're wonderful. This one's got the one, it's called Christmas Who. It's pretty cool in this episode. SpongeBob has never heard of Christmas, and so he's introduced to Christmas for the first time, and it's wonderful to sort of see his reactions. This is the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the old cartoon, narrated by Boris Karloff. Love this cartoon. I remember seeing this. This is embedded deep in my Christmas memories. I love this movie so much, this cartoon. The original. Dr. Seuss. Charlie Brown Christmas. A classic Christmas cartoon. Again, this is one of those that my dad grew up with. And, I saw it when I was a kid, and I loved it. This came out in 1965. And this also still holds up today. Christmas is so universal, and you can carry the messages and the spirit of Christmas from generation to generation. And movies like this do. Ernest Saves Christmas. I absolutely love Ernest P. Worrell, Jim Varney. I think he was a genius. He was taken from us too soon. I hate he's gone, and I love his Christmas movie. So those are just a few of the Christmas films that I love and I watch all the time this time of year. There's so many others that I have on my shelf. I just grabbed a handful, and those are in no particular order. The Bing Crosby film and It's a Wonderful Life, those are really special. It's great to sort of sit back on a cold night, maybe with a fire going in my fireplace, put one of those movies on and smoke a pipe. Whew. It's a good time. Well, I also brought out here to show y'all Norman Rockwell's Christmas book. I love Norman Rockwell's paintings, and his Christmas paintings are absolutely beautiful. And of course, he's got Santa here smoking a pipe. This is an awesome book. It's got stories, it's got poems, it's also got music in it, Christmas songs. So I'm just gonna open it and sort of flip through and show y'all some of the beautiful paintings in this book. I mean, it's just lovely. Check this out. Santa's sitting there drinking a Coca-Cola. Santa loves Coke. I love Coca-Cola too. Norman Rockwell was a terrific painter. I love the life and just the sort of down-to-earthness that his paintings have. Even though they're, you know, working class people and small town people in their everyday life, there's still something special about them. Here's a pretty one. These kids looking for Santa in the fireplace. It's got some wonderful stories in here too. Some great classic Christmas stories. Here's an awesome painting of Santa. It says, please, Tommy, or it says, please give me a drum, Tommy. And it looks like Tommy's getting him one. Here's a cool snowman with a pipe in his mouth. There's something so calming and relaxing about his art, you know. Thanksgiving turkey, or maybe that's a Christmas turkey. Of course, he was a pipe smoker. There's a cool one of Santa. Some of that kind of classic painting. Yeah, I just really like his artwork, and wanted to show y'all some of those beautiful pictures. Yeah, Christmas at my house was always very classic, very traditional. You know, we had a tree, we had a Christmas dinner. My grandparents on both sides came over to my house to see my gifts. I always got a truckload of gifts. And as I've gotten older, I've been lucky to hold on to that, the magic of Christmas. And now I'm a father, and I get to experience that magic with my daughter, and it's wonderful. This tobacco is so good. The Perique is very spicy. The Virginias taste like bread, and plums. And there's a little bit of a Oriental, you know, incense going on from the Catarini, which I love Catarini. It's so good. I love this tin art. That's beautiful. There's something very Christmassy about pipe smoking too. You know, the holidays and pipe smoking just go together. I thought I'd tell y'all a story, a Christmas story from my childhood. Sort of funny, kind of embarrassing story. from my childhood about Christmas. So when I was a kid in the 90s, one of the things that we really wanted one Christmas, Jurassic Park came out, and I went and saw it at the movie theater and loved it. Just thought it was one of the greatest things I'd ever experienced, and just fell in love with the film and with dinosaurs. And of course, that Christmas we had to have the toys. Me and my brother, we had to have the toys, and so we got them. And I remember getting up that Christmas, that morning. I got up before everybody else. I got up early before everybody else. I was able to sort of ease in the living room and check out the Christmas tree, scope it out, see what Santa had left for us before everybody else was in there. And so I go in there, there's no lights on, it's all dark, nothing on but the Christmas tree. And there under the Christmas tree are all these beautiful boxes of Jurassic Park action figures and dinosaurs. That year we got so much. We got the dinosaurs, we got the compound, we got the Jeeps, but we also got a whole slew of action figures. They look like this. Here's one. We had, must have been a dozen of these things. Now this is something somebody gifted me in my adult life, because I don't have any of those toys anymore, sadly. I do have this one that somebody gave me. They knew that these were something from my childhood, and they bought this for me and gave it to me as a gift. But we had all these. There they are on the back. We had every one of those guys from the movie. We had almost all those dinosaurs. We had a lot of the Jeeps. This is Dr. Alan Grant. This was one of my favorites. This was one of my favorite characters from the movie. But there was probably 2 rows of 6 of these lined up under the Christmas tree, pretty as you please. And they had our names on them. Mine said Corey. And my brother's had his name on them, Trenton. And so I saw all that and I thought, wow, this is awesome. These that have Trenton on it, I'd like to have some of those. And so as a kid, what I did, this is terrible, this is horrible, selfishly, what I did was I took a marker and I took the packages of men that were for him, and over his name I wrote "To Corey from" on all of his, all the ones that had his name on it. I wrote "To Corey from" over Trenton. And so when everybody got up, we started going through our gifts, and I said, wow, this is great. Look at all these men are mine. And of course, my parents were like, no, these are not all yours. They have y'all's names on them. And I said, well, these say they're to me. And it was a big old mess. They got upset. And of course, they were like, how could you be so selfish? How could you be so stingy on Christmas and try to, finagle these gifts from your brother? Where are the ones that say "To Trenton from Corey"? And of course, I didn't have an answer for that. And so, it worked out. They were able to work it out, and everything. They knew what had happened. And my brother, he's 2 or 3 years younger than me, so he was so young he probably didn't realize maybe what was happening at the time. But I felt terrible about that as the years progressed, and I still feel bad about it now. But it's been so long that I can look. We look back on that now and we just laugh. And I told my daughter that story, and she thinks it's hilarious. So, but that's just a little story from my childhood that I never forgot on Christmas morning. Now, there's so many other things that that have turned into stories like that, because that's another thing that's nice about Christmas is about making memories. But just wanted to sort of pass that along to y'all too. Well, I really appreciate y'all watching this presentation. Feel free to drop a comment. It's y'all's turn. Y'all tell me y'all's thoughts on Christmas. Maybe a funny story from your childhood, from your Christmas memories. Tell me some tobaccos y'all like to smoke around Christmas time. Tell me some of your favorite Christmas movies. Let's get the conversation going about Christmas and pipe tobacco and memories and anything like that. I'd be super stoked to hear what you guys have to say. Like this content if you dig it. Subscribe to the channel. And hope everybody has a Merry Christmas this year. A wonderful New Year. We'll see you guys next time.